Hello and welcome to your daily news and information update. Today's topic, Chinese hypocrisy. The recent decision by trade and economic officials in Beijing to adopt Buy China policies for government procurements has caused a stir in the United States. The free trade lobby here was led by China, and it played an instrumental part in turning the Buy American provisions into nothing more than loophole-ridden shells of legislation. After railing against American policies which it perceived to be protectionist, the Chinese government enacted the same policies in its own domestic market. Unfortunately for the U.S., we cannot exact the same influence over Chinese domestic policy that they can over our own. This is because the Chinese government funds our debt and keeps the American government operational. The New York Times ran an article on June 23rd detailing the protectionism of China. United States Trade Representative Ron Kirk has joined forces with none other than the European Union to decry China's protectionist strategies. But even if the World Trade Organization rules in favor of the US-EU case, China will do what it always does and ignore the recommendations. In an effort to save face in the global press, the Chinese government organized a response published in a state-run news agency called China View. The author, Wu Jiang, makes the audacious claim that the government ban on foreign purchases was done in an effort of opening a fair and competitive market to foreign goods. Obviously, this claim is untrue, but it sheds light onto something much more important. China refuses to play by the same rules that it attempts to enforce on everyone else. When the first Obama stimulus plan went to Congress, several well-intentioned government officials encouraged Buy American amendments, which would guarantee that any infrastructure spending resulted in increased American employment and production. China cried foul, and the result was a piece of legislation filled with exit clauses. China then organized an even stronger piece of legislation for its own captive market, and is now denying that this is a breach of international stipulations. Due in part to the Bush administration attempting to railroad their membership through the WTO, China was accepted without signing all of the compliance agreements of other members. They are uniquely positioned to receive all of the benefits of international trade while experiencing none of the risks and having influence over other nations which do not have their good fortune. Just weeks ago, major American media outlets, like the New York Times, were still attacking the Buy American clause and warning of the dire consequences from protectionism. Advocates who favor free trade have said that such measures, if adopted, would provoke international retribution, a trade war. The United States has not adopted any protections for its economy, yet we are still on the receiving end of this trade war. Perhaps it is time to realize that the war is waging against us with or without any instigation from the U.S. On behalf of concerned citizens, I'm Craig Harrington. For more on this and other related topics, please tune in daily to economyincrisis.org.
Wake up, America! Open up your eyes! Wake up, America! Wake up!